heartfelt gratitude to all on this beautiful day of gratefulness. Good morning, Reverend Teacher, and all my well wishing friends. We, the team bearers, stand before you with an enthusiastic subject you can't resist or which you are awfully curious to know about national unity and other national concerns. From our social course book, Unit 5, Lesson 5.12, I hope you get to learn a lot from our short and sweet presentation. As we all will learn about national unity and other national concerns, let us start with a short introduction about it. Those matters connected with a state which all the citizens of state need to understand and follow are called national concerns. It is connected with the present condition of the state and is possessed by every independent nation. At this moment, as we speak, Nepal's current national concerns are national unity, border security, self-esteem, sovereignty, constitutional implementations, state restructuring, poverty alleviation, employment generation. Among them today, we are going to discuss about national unity, border security, self-esteem, and sovereignty.
Now let's begin with national unity. Nepal is a country with very rich physical and cultural diversities. It is a free, sovereign, indivisible, multilingual and multi-religious nation. It has been declared a secular, inclusive and federal republican state. A national unity is a state of being completed and forming wholeness and unity of all citizens of all parts of the country. All citizens of a country united, cooperating, sharing and working together for the collective goods of all people in our country. National unity is important for each country of the world.
Importance of national unity. The population with such diverse features, skills and talents will be very valuable resource for the country if harmony and unity is maintained and they are properly mobilized. It's no exaggeration that splits will collapse, so we should try our best to keep our national unity intact. It helps to unite the minorities as well as gives them the freedom to live their life in their own way without any interference. Thus, it is also essential for the country's development because the country with it will always flourish and develop. Also, it provides a last resort identity for people with weak sense of self and it provides a justification for those inclined to cruelty and murder. Not only that, people of that country respect the constitution and laws of the country and people respect the faith of each other. Measures to promote national unity. Number 1. The state should adopt policies to promote every language, caste, religion and culture. Number 2. It should not have any bias against or favor for any particular community, group or religion. Number 3. It should provide better opportunities for the communities, groups and regions that are backward. Number 4. It should fulfill the genuine and legitimate demands as far as means and resources of the state allow. Number 5. It should ensure efficient security arrangement for controlling activities against the interest of the nation, both domestic and foreign.
Moving on to border security. Border security refers to measures taken by one or more government to enforce their border control policy. Such measures targets a variety of issues, range of customer violence, and trade in unlawful goods to the suppression of unauthorized migration or travels. The specific border security measure taken by a judiciary varies, depends on the priorities of local authorization and are affected by social, economic and geographic factors. Border encroachment is an act of controlling the land of another country illegally or by force. Protecting our borders from the illegal movement of weapons, drugs, contraband and people while promoting lawful trades and travels is essential to homeland security, economic prosperity and national sovereignty.
The importance of border security are non-interference. It protects the sovereignty of nation, to control the illegal movement, to feel secure among the people of the country. Effects of border encroachment: lack of confidence of citizens towards its own government, growth in criminal activities such as murder, human trafficking and smuggling, loss of national territory, dispute over natural resources along the borders, deterioration in friendly bilateral relations, enmity between the concerned states, possibility of war and further losses. Possible causes of any border encroachment: population growth, change in river course due to floods and landslides, lack of perfection and clarity in bilateral border fixing agreement, intimidating behavior of neighbor, unilateral construction along the border, explosive increase in population pressure, decline in nationalism and national unity, political instability and lack of good leadership, rise of dictator in neighboring countries, lack of clear and scientific geographical mapping. Measures to preserve Nepal's border security. Nepalese government should work together with the neighbors to control criminal activities. Border disputes should be settled as per the principle of Panchashila. People from all sectors should create pressure on the government to solve the problem. The government of Nepal should make diplomatic effort to solve the problem. It may even have seek the mediation and intervention of international forums such as United Nations. Every Nepali should be determined to protect the territorial integrity, national interest and nationality. The government of Nepal should deploy strong security force in the Gaza area.
Self-esteem. Self-esteem reflects one's overall subjective emotional evaluation of one's own worth. It is a decision made by someone as an attitude towards the self. Example, I am worth, I am competent. In other words, self-esteem refers to the inner sense of self-worth of oneself. We Nepalese are famous for our courage and bravery. We have always been moved by patriotism. We Nepalese hold self-respect more valuable than our life. Our ancestors such as Balbhadra Kunwar, Bhakti Thapa and Amar Singh upheld the respect of Nepalese. Self-esteem is the glory of Nepalese. Their stories teach us that we should have great regard for self-respect. We all should be committed to make the best of our own resources and capacity so that our nation will be a prosperous nation and will again be able to feel proud of our motherland. Hence, self-esteem is one of the major national concerns of Nepal.
Importance of self-esteem. It is important for appreciating and respecting one's own values and understanding oneself. It is important for our personality and character. It gives us the capacity to handle criticism. It helps us to handle defeat and rejection in a better way. The measures to promote self-esteem of our nations are identifying the positiveness of our country and trying to improve the negative ones, accepting the way our country is and showing patriotism towards it, contributing to one's nation and discouraging brain drain, being ourselves with our own culture and diversity.
Moving on to sovereignty. Sovereignty is a 400-year-old concept developed in the mid-17th century in Europe and is divided into two concepts, domestic and international. Domestically, it is the supreme authority within a country which has the power to control its own government and the people within its territory, while internationally it indicates certain equality between countries no matter how big or rich a country might be. Sovereignty requires it to respect the other country's borders and to avoid using military force to change them. Today there are almost 200 countries who are sovereign in the world, but outside of those, there are a number of groups, territories and even governments who advocate or fight to become a country. Importance. 1. Sovereignty helps to assign or manage authority to people, body or institution over other people in order to establish a law or change an existing law. 2. It helps formulate and protect sustainable freedom, equality and justice in society. 3. It helps uplift the lives of people of different communities, groups with their own culture spread throughout the nation. 4. It protects the country from outside interference in its internal affairs. That is, it promises non-interference. 5. It ultimately helps the nation to run smoothly.
Measures to preserve a nation's sovereignty.
There are three interrelated, overlapping ways in which a state can maintain its sovereignty. 1. Use of power. The ability to get someone to do something, or coercive power. The ability to get someone to do something against their will by threat of superior force. Possible sources of power in states in a political view is police or military force. 2. Source of authority. The right to exercise power in a particular way. Possible sources of authority in states can be constitution, religion, legislature, and popular support. 3. Use of legitimacy. Ability to be defended with logic or justification or validity. Possible sources of legitimacy in states can be elections, constitutions, ideology, and governing effectively.
As a conclusion, a country's concerns are its citizens' concerns, and citizen concerns are its country's concern. So all these concerns should be upheld at all cost, because if Nepal ceases to exist, there will be no Nepali. This is one of the most important factors in promoting national integration. Tolerance and respect for other caste or religion also support to promote national integrity. Education, social and cultural unity, equality among people also helps to teach the feeling of national integration. National integration is essential for any nation with socio-cultural, religious, linguistic and geographical diversities, and for a country like ours it is still more necessary. Hopefully we are at the end of our presentation. I'm sure that you all got to learn something about national unity and other national concerns through our short presentation. Lastly, I would like to thank our social teacher Kausila ma'am for giving us this opportunity to prove ourselves that we too can make others understand through our hard effort. We found this project really effective, and thanks to you all for giving us a precious time and creating a better environment. Thank you.